everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Things have been really busy on this end. I was back on live TV and just running a business and all that entails, which is why I was only able to upload once last month, but I am excited to be back. And I cannot believe we are already in the month of June. June is the official month of summer and Men's Health Month. So I wanted to show some love to the men out there and explain why it's important for you, yes, you fellas, to start taking better care of yourself and your health. My clientele is around 90% female and 20% male. And while that number is low on the male side, I have been fortunate enough to work with some amazing men and help them on their journey to better health. However, I don't think that there's enough spaces are provided, enough safe spaces are provided for men to discuss their health issues, or they think it's like weak for them to do so, which unfortunately leads to an increase of unnecessary illnesses and disease that are completely preventable. And the fact that men go to doctors or seek less care than us women may also account for why men's lifespan is shorter than ours. But at the end of the day, prevention is the key when it comes to maintaining one's health and longevity. So today I wanted to talk about the top 6 concerns for men, and this is going to be a 2 series. So this is part 1. But before we get into that, I want to touch on 3 possible reasons, why men don't prioritize their health. And if any men are out there watching and can relate to any of these, let me know in the comments below. All right, number 1 is attitude, because a lot of men have this like macho attitude, and this can really account for a number of, missed doctor visits or seeking help. Because studies actually reveal that there's a link between self-reported masculinity and resisting routine exams. The second reason why men may, don't prioritize their health is fear. A recent survey actually revealed that 20% of men report fearing a poor diagnosis as the main reason for getting regular checkups. And the third reason why most men don't prioritize their health is discomfort. So this is another main reason that accounts for a lot of men's lack of enthusiasm for really going for their annual checks and visits, because they're uncomfortable with those exams, in particular the rectal exams and other invasive tests, which I understand. I mean, I don't have to go through it, but I understand. We have other tests that are kind of invasive as well too. But it prevents you, if you don't get it checked, then it prevents you from seeking preventative care. But as you can see, there is certainly a link between masculinity and vulnerability. But my question to the fellas out there is would you rather endure a few minutes of discomfort during an exam or a lifetime of discomfort due to chronic disease or illness, and being on prescription medications for the rest of your life? I think that's kind of an easy one. But while you think about that, let's move on to the top 6 concerns for men, starting with 1, heart disease. Heart disease really is the leading cause of death in men in the United States and is responsible for 1 in every 4 male deaths. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, and smoking are really the key factors for heart disease. And get this, about half of Americans, 49%, have at least one of these risk factors. Additional factors that put men at risk for heart disease are diabetes, being overweight or obese, poor diet, lack of physical activity, and excessive alcohol use. And really the best way to prevent yourself against heart disease is through regular screenings of these risk factors, like getting your blood pressure checked and cholesterol annually, which we'll talk about later in this series. Number 2 health concern is low testosterone level. So testosterone is the primary hormone in men and plays various roles in the body. Levels of testosterone gradually drop in men as a natural part of aging. And they really start to decline around the age of 30, would get this, a reduction of 1% a year starting at age 45. 1 in 4 men between the ages of 30 and 79 experience low testosterone. And testosterone deficiency in men is associated with other, several serious health problems. Those include the musculoskeletal problems like osteopenia, obesity, unhealthy cholesterol levels, type 2 diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. And here are some indications that it's time to get your testosterone levels checked. You have increased body fat. You have decreased strength of massive muscle, which, naturally occurs with age. Your bones are fragile. You have decreased body hair or hair thinning. You have swelling in the breast or breast tissue area. You also experience hot flashes like women do. You have increased fatigue. You have a low sex drive, or you experience erectile dysfunction. So those are some indications that it's time for you to get your testosterone checked. But really, you want to start around the years of 30 years old. And the third cause of or health concern for men for this video to end off part 1 is prostate cancer. Now, nearly 50% of all men over the age of 50 have tiny changes that occur in the shape and size of the prostate gland cells. But the good news is that prostate cancer can successfully be treated if diagnosed before it metastasizes. Because if it gets too dangerous to the bones, that's where it's kind of hard to treat. And the risk factors for prostate cancer include being 50 or older. At least, get this, 60%, it's more common and 60% among Black men, and also 2 to 3 times more deadly in Black men as well. A high diet in saturated fats or high dairy products, and obesity, as well as exposure to Agent Orange. So with testosterone and prostate being heavily connected, that's really important that you get checked for prostate cancer as well, especially the Black men, since it is 60% more common among African Americans, Black men, than any other race. Now, that is it for part 1 of the top 6 health concerns for men. Be sure to watch part 2 to find out the other top concerns for men and other risk factors, and share this with the special men in your life so they can get their act together. All right. So I'll see you over in part 2. Bye.